What's up, everybody? Welcome back to JR Sneaker Show. I am JR, and today I got a sneaker that I thought would never, ever be in my hands. I thought I would never get my hands on these, but I guess they say never. And so, anyway, let's get into these. Let's go. So right off the bat, we got the box right here. And you can see it's got the Undefeated sign right there. So these sneakers right here actually came out, and they used to go for like $50, $30, $40,000. You could not get your hands on these, like, unless you had a lot of money and you wanted to spend that money on sneakers. So these actually came out in 2005, and it was at a shop called Undefeated. And what it was is like a clothing brand and a streetwear brand. And so a couple of Nike execs walked into the store. I think it was Tinker Hatfield, I think Lance Armstrong was there, and they all walked in and they started talking about Jordans and how they wanted to do a collab with the store. And it had never been done before. I know collabs are like regular now, and this was never been done. So they were like, well, let's do it. And at the time, the BlackBerry phone was really popular, and so they made a collab based off the BlackBerry phone, and it was like blue and red or something like that, I want to say. Yeah. And so then around that time, Eminem went into the store. He saw what they were working on. He was like, nope, I want it. That's my sneaker. So that ended up being the Eminem 4, which is a highly sought after sneaker that's super expensive, can't get your hands on. And so they went back to the drawing board, and they were like, you know what, let's stick with our colors, and let's do the the green, and let's do it off like a bomber jacket, like an M1 bomber jacket. And so they did. They got the bomber jacket colors, they got the olive with the orange, and the rest is history. So then they came out with the sneaker, and like I said, this was back in 2005. So then they get the sneaker and they go ahead and they give it to just employees. They only made 74 of them. So then employees got them. They raffled off a few of them. The rest is history. 20 years later, these sneakers are highly sought after, highly wanted, and people paid up to, like last year, there was an auction at Sotheby's, and $50,000 for a pair. Now, granted, that came with like a special box, special bag, laces, all this stuff. But this is literally history in the making. So recently, about maybe a month ago, Undefeated went ahead and did a, whoops, is that upside down? So Undefeated did a raffle to where you could raffle in order to purchase a pair. And so I went ahead and entered the raffle. So like I was saying, I went ahead and entered the raffle, waited a few days, I think it was, like till Friday, and then all of a sudden there was like, congratulations, JR, make it part of history, this and that. And I was like, wow. So I was able to get a pair. I paid for them, paid retail for them, and now they were going for about twice as much as what I bought them for. So I have a buddy already who wants these, and so I think I'm gonna just give them to him, just bless him with these and let him pay what I paid for them, because it's one of those sneakers that I like, but it's not a color that I really wear often. So with that being said, I'm excited to at least get my hands on them, to review them, and then gonna say bye-bye, I guess. So this is the Air Jordan 4 Retro OG SP, size 10.5, and the colorway is deep green, clementine, and black. And so I guess they're calling that clementine. That's the orange right there. So let's go ahead and open up the box right there, because I'm sure you want to see what's in the box. And here's my receipt right here that I got from Undefeated. It's got all the order numbers and everything right there. I won't really show you too much right there. So then it's got the paper right there with the Undefeated symbol and the Jumpman right there. They did come individually wrapped, And they did that because these have some really nice materials on them. And I don't think they wanted them touching or getting ruined in transit. So I'm not sure. I think this is the right sneaker right here. I'm gonna go ahead and unwrap this, just like that. First of all, let me hit you with that shoo-ya! Right there. Undefeated. Undefeated Jordan 4. Wow. That is nice. So look at the material on there. Very nice. That's a, oh wow, that is soft. Whoo, that is soft. That is a nice material. That's like nubuck. It almost feels like a suede, but it's definitely a nubuck. And you can see it's got the Jumpman right there with, on the back, look at that, Undefeated right there, upside down. Undefeated with the extra laces, orange. Now a buddy of mine that works at Nice Kicks, matter of fact, he got a pair and his came with 2 laces, which I thought was pretty cool. It's funny the stuff that sneakerheads get excited about. Extra pair of laces? What? But I thought that was awesome. And then you can see right there, it says Jordan Rare Air. Now this wasn't the first one to do the Jordan Rare Air patch, but it was one of the first. The Tour Yellows, I think they were called, back in 2005 did it. And then these did it as well. So these are cool. They got the Nike on the back. It's got the Nike Air right there. Now the originals had the Jumpman on here. And it's because back in the day, they weren't able to use the Nike Air. You had the Nike Air was only allowed to be used on like certain sneakers that were, I think, OGs or something like that. Very cool. It comes with that Undefeated hang tag right there. And you can see. And then on the inside right there, it says Nike Air 10.5. Same thing with this patch right there, Jordan Rare Air patch comes off. Very nice materials. Look at that. Very nice. And I know with time that material color will change. So very cool. Very cool. Nice sneaker. And it's got like a satin tongue. You see that? Wow, that's cool. I didn't notice that on reviews. The inside of the tongue right there. You can kind of see that. It's like satin. Wow, this is a good looking sneaker. I don't know if I want to sell it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just gonna get what I paid for it. So, and I don't think, I mean, they're going for like double on StockX, but by the time you post it on StockX and I think you sell it right now, you'll get your money back, maybe make a few bucks. But the resale on this, because the way StockX works is, yes, they're going for, you know, $400 or $500, whatever it is, but by the time they take their fees and all that, I think you end up getting like right around $300 or something like that. You see that material on there is nice. All right. Very cool. Very cool. Anyway, oh, and then this one has Undefeated on the right there. Well, all right. Well, thank you for checking out JR Sneaker Show. You like these? Are you gonna go after them? Are you gonna try and get a pair? I think that's it. I don't think they're gonna release anymore. I think Nike did like a reserve for people who had gone after the 4s over years and couldn't get them. I think the drop was the 28th, so we're long past that. So I don't think these are gonna drop anymore. I think you either hit on the Undefeated raffle or you got the special release from Nike, and then that's it. Or now you can just pick them up on StockX. So very cool. Nice clean pair. not many flaws. I mean, there's a little bit of like right there, I'm not sure what that is, but you can see it in the light. But if you look at it like regular, you can't see that. So I'm not sure what that is. I don't know if that's just glue or what. Anyway, everybody, thank you for checking out JR Sneaker Show. God bless you, and I'm out. One other thing I wanted to point out too is it did come with this retro card. It's a postcard of some sort, so pretty cool. It says right there since 2002, and it's like a postcard almost. So pretty cool, pretty cool.